Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another wonderful NATECASTS segment here in the bottom left. Submitting a replay for his second one. We've got vieldin. vieldin is pretty cool. He's an awesome guy. He has been watching the stream. He's been, I think he's one of my longer term subscribers as well. Dude's been around forever. Just a great dude all around. And I think we got to do one of his games. He was excited about that. He was a little upset he didn't get to see it beforehand, but he faces off against the blue Protoss player in the Northeast. His name is Beto. Now this is on World of Resident Sleeper, so this could be a long game. And if my name was Tasteless, I would tell you that it could also be a short game. And then if I was Artosis, I could make fun of Tasteless by saying, well, it could be a medium length game too, Nick. But what I'm trying to tell you is I hate this map. So let's see what vieldin can do on it. Ignore Nathanias, by the way. That guy hates every map in the current pool. God, I really do though. Can't wait for new maps. Oh, this is 2 racks with 1 gas. Is this like a 2 racks? Is this going to be double Reaper? I don't think I'll have enough gas to even build a Reaper. Is it going to be a quick tech lab? Maybe Marauder concussive shell? No, just a Marine. Okay, maybe he wants to get a fast factory after this. We'll see. So vieldin's going to go in for the scout. And it is not a quick expand, so there's no Nexus. This cybernetics core already halfway done, so with then the gas being taken after that, and now the Nexus, this is a little bit more like a Roddy build, where you got to be careful about the possibility of your opponent doing a fast follow-up with a tech or a stalker poke. You know, if this was Roddy, he's just going to queue like 3 stalkers and just rally them straight across the map. Or, okay, Adepts. I don't know, maybe Kevin uses Adepts. I'll be honest with you, Roddy's been streaming really late at night. For me, at least, I have not been able to catch too much of his recent shenaniganery. All I know is that he is still a robot because he likes all the new maps and he plays Protoss, which is just absolutely insane. So there's the Adepts coming out now. He's got 1 at home to deal with a Reaper. There is no Reaper coming. No Reaper was made, so Adept's gonna chill. It is a concussive shell opening. So vieldin playing this one a little bit defensively in a manner of speaking. He's got the concussive shells coming. He's got a Marauder, but he is going to get the reactor and probably supplement with Marines. With only 1 gas, he can't really go into like stim and medevacs. I think he needs to take that second gas a little bit faster. But if he could be going for like a 3rd command center before he gets his tech, which is also possible. The Marauders do give you a degree of safety because you can tag a unit and hold it at your base. Other than that, it's a little bit tricky. So there's the orbital command. Stim is going to start. Now you've got to take the gas. It's okay. We'll see where he goes from here. We've got Beto with his robotics facility finishing up, starting in Twilight. And another gateway. Is he at 3 gates yet? No, he's a slow gater. He doesn't like to get up to gates very quickly. Now vieldin. So this actually is not a crazy uncommon push. The 2 Marauder, 4-5-ish Marine. 5th Marines should probably lagging behind a little bit there. Yeah. This has been such a classic opening, and usually you don't get the expand crazy quick with it. Since the Protoss is going straight for an Immortal, I don't feel like this is going to do anything. But if the Protoss does anything a little bit greedy, tries to go fast double forge, you can actually do a lot of damage with this. And oh no, you really should probably better off just clicking on that pylon. All right, go for probes, go for probes. Be quick about it, because that Immortal is going to come out. And that, I think he's going to lose everything here. Stim isn't even close to finishing. Immortal on the high ground. Yeah, Big Daddy Marauder doesn't like that. Now you killed a few probes. I would just try to get out of there. He's gonna kill the shield battery. Run, Forrest, run! Don't fight this army. Don't fight this army. Oh well. That was actually, I mean, for the probes that he killed early on, that's not too bad because Protoss usually gets ahead in economy pretty fast in this matchup with Chrono Boost. But yeah, well, he's had 2 barracks for a little while, so he's got plenty to defend at home. He's taken the second gas, gotten the tech lab on the factory instead of a reactor. So that to me says he wants to get a siege tank, be a little bit extra careful. That will delay medevac production since he's got to get a reactor from somewhere, and I don't think he's going to give up his ability to make Marines. So we all know Marines are pretty good units in StarCraft 2. Legacy of the Void now available on PC Macintosh. We have the Blink upgrade starting research for Beto. Wants to have the mobility with the Stalkers. The second Immortal. Immortal's always good to have, especially when the Terran player is getting Marauders in there. And Immortals in general, very tanky. Very good units. So Combat Shield starts up. Let's see what this where this factory is going to go. He's just going to build one medevac, one naked medevac out of that, and I guess that's because he wants to do some type of drop play, maybe a small move out. Walling off the front completely is vieldin, just trying to make sure that he does not have something run in, whatever that might be, even later on down the line. A pretty solid army here. There's a scan, and it's going to show him everything. Sees the gates being added, sees the Twilight's going, sees the Robo. It's not going. That's good to know. But he doesn't see any other tech, and sometimes it can be bait. Sometimes it can be a trap, like they hid the tech somewhere else. They could hide the tech somewhere else. But since we know there hasn't been any other tech dropped, he gets a pretty good amount of security from that scan. Now the robotics bay goes down. Will it be Colossus? Will it be Disruptor? Both are pretty good options. Next gas is being taken by vieldin after he gets the third command center going. And adding up the extra barracks. And he's going to go up to 4 racks. I think you need to start one more there, but not the end of the world. Hasn't used the Tech Lab factory, so maybe he's saving it to get drilling claws later. We do have a drop 4 Marauders in the northeast. And that's actually a cool thing. Even with the shield battery, 4 Marauders shooting a probe at once will actually kill it. He loses one of the Marauders, but I think he killed even a few more probes. There are 3 more probes for a Marauder. Not bad since he got away with everything else. And I think it's really nice for vieldin to know there's no third base. I'm not 100% sure if he's checked this one recently. He hasn't looked here, but there's no third for the Protoss, which is really, really, really nice. And 4 Marines in this bunker over here, as disposable in the chat, says that Terran needs a clown car upgrade so you can fit 8 Marines in a bunker. You know what's crazy? The Manx co-op commander can fit 8 in his bunkers, and his bunkers are the size of a depot. He has smaller bunkers that hold twice as much. Half the size, hold twice as much. Terran engineers for multiplayer, they suck at their jobs. He's going to stem the Marauders, hoping to get a tag. Instead, he will not, so he's just going to run away, scans the army. It's like, oh, okay, a couple of Immortals, some Stalkers, really nothing new here. Colossus is on the way out, though. Extended Thermal Lance is being researched. The lack of the third for the Protoss is, well, I have to say, it's, and it's pretty bad. I think vieldin's in a fantastic spot. Yeah, he got even more barracks going. He's got the armory coming well before his 1-1 finishes, so he's not going to fall behind on upgrades at all. And suddenly this game comes down to, I was going to say a force field, but is there even a sentry? No, there's no sentries. Protoss player just took a wallop in this game and has just not been in a great spot. I feel like vieldin could win this one pretty quickly. I mean, the Colossus with the Immortal support is tough, but I feel like he could yeet onto the Colossus, and then the rest of the army should just die pretty fast. But it looks like he's going to try to drop inside of the main base. Protoss player is going to get 2 photon cannons. 3 cannons? I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief. So there's the drop in the main, and by splitting up the army, I think the Protoss force can actually deal with it pretty easily. Denying charge is going to be huge, though. Good pick off there. Kill the Stalkers and lift up if you can. There we go. Don't lose those medevacs if you can help it. Good retreat. And he stems the rest of the army towards the natural expansion. He's going to focus on the fortress, getting the +1 attack research. That will get shut down. And a few more of the pylons and shield batteries also going to be picked off. Now the Colossus trying to run back down, but the drop is coming over back to the main base, focusing on the photon cannon in the natural expansion. But there are no medevacs to pull these units out, so all they can do is just run and cry, get fried, and die. But the other drop still back inside of the main base. Twilight Council being rebuilt. Photon Cannon soaking up a lot of damage from that shield battery, as well as the Zealot coming over here, but he's gonna be able to pick all of that off. Shield battery is out of energy, but the Colossus gets there just in time. And lifting up is those medevacs. Will they be able to escape? Yes, the 2 Stalkers not able to clean it up. And vieldin, he's got the 3rd command center landed. He's opened the path between his bases. He's got a 4th command center coming in as well. Charge just now restarting for Beto, which makes it very difficult for him to get anything going. Mind you, he also lost his forge. So he can't build any more defensive cannons, but I guess more importantly, he doesn't have that +1 attack. He was very close to having +1. I feel like vieldin could just, I'm like, get another starport, get like 10 Vikings, and you could probably just kill the guy. I mean, he could probably just kill him right now too, honestly. It looks like he's a bit confused because he's making all these scans. Like, is there really no third base? Give me that cookie in chat says he just took 20 milligrams of edibles. Are you going to die? No, just make sure you're sitting comfortably wherever you are for the next 4 hours. Also, I'm not sure you want to be watching this. There's no way this gets better with under the influence. There's no sentry, so he's just going to right click on the Colossi. They die immediately. And this Protoss player is DED. vieldin takes the victory. Well played game. Good macro. It was a little sloppy at the start, but picked up quite a bit towards the mid game section. Great job, bud.